Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay. I've prepared a speech, and I'm going to read part of it, but I am one of the individuals behind this movement exposing the judicial corruption across the United States, starting a nonprofit, working with single parents and domestic violence and child abuse victims, and providing legal services. I was a paralegal once a time in the family law system, and I am working on a remedy for all of this. But here's my statement to the court today. Several months ago, I came before this committee and gave a speech exposing the Father's Rights Special Interest Group, known as the AFCC, and their medically unfounded, unethical, and unconstitutional legal defense known as parental alienation syndrome. I connected the dots perfectly. The AFCC and the usage of the legal defense known as parental alienation syndrome, first it came into the national spotlight during the Woody v. Farrow trial. From that moment on, the movement to protect pedophiles, child abusers, and domestic violence perpetrators in family court from serving any prison time for their crimes has been unstoppable. This panel is continuing to allow this behavior to run rampant and unchecked throughout the entire Arizona judicial system. I, along with several other protective mothers that day, begged this committee to hear our cries for help. This committee heard mothers describe our children's suicide attempts, suicide idealization, depression, anxiety, and so much worse. And yet, you sit here doing absolutely nothing to address the human rights violations, the civil rights violations, and the constitutional violations that are being committed in every family courtroom throughout the state of Arizona. You are all complicit in the ongoing continued domestic violence, child abuse, and legal abuse of thousands of Arizona's most vulnerable children and their parents. Your inaction speaks volumes as to your individual characters. Your inability to control your courtrooms and judicial officials has set dangerous case law in precedent for every judicial agency to follow, ultimately placing millions of victims of lives in danger for future generations across the United States. I have not seen my daughter Addison Grace Barton, who is 15 in almost 2 years, and I refuse to partake in this corrupt judicial process. Approximately 4 years ago, my daughter came forward to myself, DCSF, and other mental health professionals exposing horrific emotional, physical, and psychological abuse that she had endured by the hands of her father, Jason Kim Barton. This is a call to action. We are demanding judicial accountability and oversight of this committee and all judicial officials who have continued to engage in these egregious crimes and allowed them to go unpunished. When police, lawyers, and judges refuse to follow the laws on the books and refuse to adhere and follow the Constitution, we have no laws, we have no order, we have anarchy. This is not democracy. This is child trafficking, collusion, extortion, racketeering, and white-collar crimes, ethics violations, and so much more. This is a call to action for this committee to do its job. The use of parental alienation syndrome as a legal defense tactic needs to be banned from courtrooms immediately. The World Health Organization and other worldly organizations.
Your 3 minutes are up. Thank you.